Psi-Ops is a game that's still lingering in my mind even though I played this when I was a kid, and of course, I never finished the game because I was a stupid kid back then. Anyways, if I still remember this game after all this year, that means the game must be good, right? So when you first start your game, your maximum resolution are like this, but there is a mod to make it full screen. However, using this mod, every time if there's a cutscene, it will play on the right side of the scene. But don't you worry, I'll edit it so you won't have to look to the right side every time there's a cutscene. So without any further ado, let's go. In this cutscene, it shows your main character, Nick Skyler, and he's about to be memory wiped by this mysterious figure so he can infiltrate the organization called the Movement. The reason that they try to wipe his memory so he can pass this Psi probe, I'm just gonna assume it's a device that can detect whether the individual have a Psi power or not. So the place got raided by the Movement, and I really like this part when the guy get blasted, do a flip, land perfectly and doesn't give a fuck about his arm. Then after that raid, the survivor and Skyler has been captured by the Movement, sent to this missile silo where they meet the leader of the Movement, the General.
Welcome to the Movement, gentlemen. I am the General. You are my recruits.
So Skyler tried to be a hero, but of course he failed, but thankfully a woman came and rescued Skyler from his cell.
Nick, calm down.
How the hell do you know my name?
I can help you get out of here, but you have to trust me.
Trust you?
Trust this for now, at least. Just get out of the cell block and meet me in the supply room on this floor.
But who are...
Here, the game teach me some basic stuff like stealth takedown and shooting. My god, shooting in this game fucking sucks. Let me tell you why. Because it's so inaccurate. You literally need to stand close to your target to hit a fucking thing. So 90% of the time, you're gonna see me using only telekinesis and just throw all my enemy around until they're fucking dead. So after some fighting, I met her at the supply room.
What took you so long?
Where'd they take my squad?
The next floor for processing. But you're not ready, Nick. You have to recover your abilities.
I'm ready to go now.
You need to find some patience or you'll end up joining them. You trust me, don't you?
What was that?
It's for your own good, Nick.
The hell it is. Who are you?
Sarah Blake. I'm working inside the Movement as a double agent. I can keep helping you as long as I don't get caught.
What did you give me?
First things first. You don't have security clearance, but if you trip the switch, all security beams will go down. Then you can make your way to the elevator to get to the second floor. Here's the key to the generator room. Get going before they discover you've escaped.
So after that cutscene, Skyler suddenly have a flashback about his psychic training, which is telekinesis. It's really self-explanatory of what you can do with this ability. You can throw stuff at the enemy, you can lift objects, you can throw them around, you know, basic telekinesis stuff. Also, the guy that trains you is this guy. So is Skyler an ex-Movement soldier, or maybe this guy went rogue and just joined the Movement? Maybe later on it's gonna explain more about what happened. Now you have the power of telekinesis. It's the bread and butter of the entire gameplay, maybe like 99%. Sure, you're gonna have other ability later on, but telekinesis doesn't drain too much of your power, and it's really fun to use it. After turning off the generator, Sarah talked to Skyler through telepathy, and I can't hear shit at all.
Inside your mind through telepathy.
Telepathy? Those Movement agents that work for the General have some sort of psi powers. Now you?
Nick.
On my way, Skyler got another of his flashback of his Psi training, and this time, it's remote viewing. This Psi power allows you to scout the other side of the door and see if there's an enemy or other stuff. And I don't really use this ability that much because it's kinda useless. After some fighting and try to destroy this annoying turret, I finally finished the first chapter. The next chapter. Sarah explained to Skylar that he's been memory wiped so he can infiltrate the movement. Also, Skylar wants to find his squad, but Sarah told him that it's a bit too late and soon they're gonna be converted into joining them. Of course, Skylar refused to believe this and now he's trying to find them. The moment I opened this gate, Skylar got another flashback and this time it's mind drain. So basically now you can drain enemy brain to refill your psi power, but if the enemy is dead, it's gonna give you less energy. Draining them while they're alive make this really funny sound. Also, it doesn't need to be some unaware enemy or you need to go behind them. As long as they are on the ground, you can mind drain them. So finally Skylar met his squad mates.
Sanders! You're not dead. Let's go. I'm getting you out of here. Sarah, I found Sanders and he attacked me like some kind of zombie.
They're meat puppets, reprogrammed with an implant to fight for the movement.
This has to stop. I'm putting this base out of commission.
Get to the mainframe room. I need blueprints on this place and we need more information on the General's plans.
So now we need to go to the mainframe room so we can get a blueprint of this place and blow it up! But the room is locked and we need the code for it. It's at Jov Leonov's office and he's the one that's run this base.
We are now beginning to reach our quotas.
Your production quotas leave a lot to be desired, Leonov.
The reprogramming process has taken time to perfect.
Tell that to the General.
The General is quite aware of our setbacks, Barrett. But the operation is now ready to go forward.
We're leaving for the Black Sea today. He expects his quotas to be met.
I understand.
So here's the point where I stopped playing it when I was a kid because my little tiny brain don't know how to progress anymore. So there's the code. Time to go to the mainframe room and a bit of fighting, I download the blueprint. After that done, it's time to meet Sarah again to get the bomb. Here I encounter another problem. The reason why this happened is because that the game can't handle more than 60 FPS, so climbing ladder will most likely kill you. Because I'm stubborn as hell, I don't really change my FPS until I'm halfway through finishing the game. So I meet Sarah again in the warehouse and she gives Skylar the bomb so we can blow the place up, and tell Skylar more about himself. So Skylar and Sarah are part of US military that trains Psi soldier called Mindgate. Sarah is kinda surprised that Skylar still forget who he is and told him that the memory wipe should be over when Skylar been captured by the movement. Okay, now to go back again and plant the damn bomb. So after planting 3 of this bomb, time for a boss fight.
Well, what a resourceful little rat that's wandered into my maze. I'll enjoy bending your mind to my will. I'm not too fond of getting my hands dirty. Instead, I take over the minds of others. They do everything I say, like good little puppets. They even see for me.
Now, before I talk about the boss fight, here's some detail that I just noticed when I watched back my recording. Because Leonov are blind, all the sign on the base got some braille on it. Also, the cutscene when Skylar is dropping on Leonov and Barrett, it gives you a small hint that Leonov are blind. Like the way he never really stared at Barrett and his soldier kept looking at Barrett too. Yeah, I think it's just a really cool little details. So the first stage of the boss, you need to toss this soldier that's been glowing red to each of this cryopod. It's not that difficult even though that there's a lot of these guys coming at me. So once you blow all of the cryopods, Leonov is going to come down to fight you face to face. He's not that difficult and I just kept throwing this metal box at him. Right when Leonov about to end Skylar, the bomb blows up. What?
Nick! Where are you? Meet me on the landing pad.
I'm on my way.
Hurry, you don't have much time before the other 2 bombs go off.
Now the place is gonna blow up soon and we only have 3 minutes to escape while this bastard is shooting at me. So Skylar managed to go to the landing pad and he met the general.
Nick Scryer! I should have killed you when I first saw you. The best agent I ever trained returns to me as my enemy.
Train me.
Luckily Sarah just come in time and saves Skylar again, and that's the end of chapter 2. So my next objective is to meet Sarah at the assembly hall. Then Skylar saw something interesting, a crate which have a Mindgate stencil on it. So there's a new weapon, a sniper rifle, and it sucks. Enemy now can throw grenade at you and it's an advantage and a disadvantage for me if I'm not fast enough. There's also a new type of enemy which is this guy, he just have more health than the normal enemy. So, I meet Sarah again for the 5th time this time. She also said that this place is run by Barrett, which is gonna be our next boss. And about the general, he's actually the one who ran the Mindgate program, but he went rogue. So, here's my next objective. I need to go to the communication room and contact HQ. Right after the cutscene ends, Skylar got another flashback. This time, you have the power of mind control. Pretty self-explanatory, and it's actually really fun ability because you can do this shit. After fighting my way through, I reached the communication room. When Skylar tried to contact HQ, unfortunately, it's been flattened to the ground. Then Skylar meets Sarah again, and she gives Skylar this thing called Luna 1, which is unknown what is this thing and what's the general up to. Also, the reason why Sarah infiltrated the movement so she can find her sister. So anyways, our next objective is to go to the factory office to take out the general. Nothing much to say besides throwing my enemy around till they're fucking dead. I reach the factory office and there is Barrett and the general.
He died in the collapse of the silo base.
Don't underestimate my old partner. He's one of the best.
He was always powerful with Psi. Something I never had. This project will change that. Retrieve Luna 1 from whoever took it.
I have a plan. I'll get it back.
I'm leaving to oversee the fusion in Hong Kong. For that, we need Luna 1, or all we have worked for will be thrown away like garbage. Get it done, or your bloated corpse will find its way to the trash heap as well.
Okay, so I grabbed the key from the dead soldier which Barrett killed and head to the train yard. Of course I met Sarah again, why not? But this time she act a bit too weird.
Scryer.
Damn it! Sarah, one day that's gonna get you killed.
You're going into the factory?
Well, that's the plan, isn't it? Barrett's cooking up something in there related to Luna 1.
He's looking for you. I think you should leave Luna 1 with me, Nick. I mean, what if he captures you? He's more powerful than you can imagine.
Yeah, I know. You never told me Barrett was my old partner.
Really? I could have sworn I did. I'll keep this safe.
Did Skylar just hand it over that easily? Like, didn't he think that Sarah act a bit too funny than usual? But nah, he don't give a fuck at all. Just like, yeah, here you go, whatever. So, it's time to find Barrett inside of this factory. Nothing much to say besides there is some power that crush an enemy by throwing them at this heavy machinery. So I finally found Barrett. So in this cutscene, Barrett tells his reasoning why he joined the General. It's because that during his serving time on Mindgate, they treat him like a freak. He also gives Skylar a chance to join them, but of course, Skylar refused. Then, Sarah just come in and gave the Luna 1 to Barrett. She got to be in under some sort of like a mind control or somebody's possessing her. But anyways, time to fight Barrett. Barrett boss fight is kinda boring because in order for you to damage him, you just need to throw stuff at him. Shooting is a waste of bullet because it does so little damage and it only works if his shield is down. So the second stage of the boss fight, he just throws something bigger at you, and if you stand too close to him, he's gonna blast you away. When the fight is done, Barrett still gives Skylar a chance to join them. Then he throws Skylar to the ground and escapes. Now we're at Hong Kong. Skylar have an information from someone that led him to this invincible base. As soon as I land, there is someone is taunting Skylar through telepathy.
I know what you've done. I can see your mind. You're in my world now.
So my next task is to meet the informer, and there she is. So, in short, she told Skylar more about this artifact, the Luna 1, that it has some great power and the General is trying to unlock it. She also told us to be careful with Wei Lu because she has the power to make an illusion, and also she's the one who's responsible for making the base invincible. Now I need to go to the data vault to know what's the general plan, but to enter the place I need to shut down these two generators. It's a simple puzzle where I need to press this button almost simultaneously. Am I saying right? Simultaneously. So after I'm done killing some unarmed scientists, I head to the data vault. So the general plan is to assemble all the artifacts with a fusion process which is inside this base. Then I get the new power which is pyrokinesis, and at this point I need to lower my FPS because using this ability won't work if I don't lower it. It's a really powerful ability that can kill almost any enemy in one hit. Then, this bastard comes. This enemy type are the most annoying to handle because it can counter almost all of your ability, and he has a lot of health. So in order for you to beat him is to throw some object at him or shoot at him. You can burn him a bit before he put the fire down. Overall, these guys are a pain in the ass to handle. But if he's unaware, you can mind control him or mind drain him. Okay, I need to find the keycard to enter the fusion building. They enter an illusion made by Wei Lu. So it's just a maze with some enemy and some illusion of Skylar foe like Barrett, Leonov, and the General. When I finish the maze, Wei Lu shows Skylar about his war crime, but is this really Skylar or Wei Lu are just fucking with him? But anyways, Skylar now need to fight his past and free the soul of his victim. So the only way that you can kill this enemy is to mind drain them. If you try to shoot at them or anything else, they just won't die. So after I free their soul, I grab a keycard from a dead guard that I just killed and go to the 97th floor where Wei Lu is waiting for me.
Welcome to my world, Squire. It is a place of peace and reflection.
So there is Wei Lu playing mind games with Skylar to fuck with him, and she also brings statue back to life. The statue are just fucking bullshit, like they're just way too much HP than necessary. But then I tried to use pyro on them and throw some stuff at them, and they just died in one hit. The next phase, Wei Lu transformed into this Hydra looking monster, and guess how you beat her? Yes, you guessed that right, by throwing stuff at her, just like the previous boss I dealt with. Like, seriously, it's getting really repetitive by now. I was expecting to be a bit of unique kind of boss fight where I need to break her illusion and find her real body, but no. You need to throw an object at her head, 4 of her fucking head. When Skylar beat her, Wei Lu tells Skylar about this generic stuff like, you afraid of your past, you will stuck on this fate, and you have the power to defeat the general, and she died before she says something interesting. Yeah, that's it. I got the key, now I need to head to the other side of the building to stop the general completing the artifact. As I went on, there's another puzzle that I need to solve. I need to pull down these 4 switches in order for me to open this door, but of course there's an obstacle. Every time I pull the ladder down, it goes faster and faster, to the point that it's impossible to go further. It took me a while to know what I should do because I'm a fucking moron. So after some fight, I meet Sarah again. Of course, Skylar couldn't trust her anymore because of that incident. Sarah just gives Skylar the key and just left the room. As soon as the cutscene over, there's a squad of soldiers coming inside of the room. So, what the fuck, Sarah? Are you on my side or not? After I done with that, I saw the general talking to another of his Psi soldier. Her name is Marlena Kessler and she wields the power of pyrokinesis. So the general asked her to do the fusion right now because soon the UN is gonna arrive. Despite her protest that it's highly unstable. Skylar got spotted and I have no idea why Skylar don't just pop the general right now, like he's not that far away. Then Kessler sent off his flaming troops at me and I don't know why they don't die from the fire, like I could hear them screaming in agony. I reached the fusion chamber and I have no idea why Skylar don't just drop the commander right now in this very second. Like, isn't the plan to stop the movement? To stop the general? But either way, it's way too late. The artifact has been assembled and the general escaped again. Time to face against Marlena Kessler, and guess how you beat her? You're absolutely right, by throwing a gas cylinder at her. I was expecting again another unique boss fight or something where I, shut down her cooling system or something like that. Yeah, you know what, I expected too much. Yes, this is how you beat all the bosses in this game, by throwing something at them. Anyways, the first phase of the boss fight are not that difficult, but she has this one really annoying move that almost impossible to get away. And you're probably fucked because look at that, I'm just 1 HP away from dying. Second phase, she starts coming at you and shoot you with her fireball. It's not that difficult, you can easily beat her. Okay, the place gonna blow up soon and we need to escape. Unfortunately, the woman that helped us can't join us because she needs to stabilize the reactor so it doesn't destroy the entire city. Then, instead of using any power that Skylar has, he just shot his gun at the general jet. Yeah, I think I did more than just $144,000 worth of damage. Anyways, to the next chapter. We follow the general to Himalaya mountain, then Skylar got jumped by a soldier. Of course, he managed to kill it. Then we met another Psi soldier that we're gonna deal with later. He's Winston, Nicolas Wrightson, and his power are remote viewing and of course mind control. And between all the Psi soldiers that I met, he's the most annoying one.
And they said your memory was full of holes. I spied on the world for the general, and now reduced to acting as his god dog.
And he got Sarah. Then I got the last Psi power, which is AV, Aura View. This power lets you see things invisible to the naked eye, like spotted weak structure, invisible mind, and of course this thing. About this thing, they are a pain in the ass because they come in group, they move really fast, and once it hits you, it does a lot of damage, and sometimes even one hits you. You can avoid them because they're blind, but once you touch them, after some exploring, I found the way to the tower, but it's full of this thing. And no matter how many I kill, they keep spawning, so I need to meet Sarah because she has a plan. This part is kinda satisfying where I throw this giant bell at the enemy and make this sound. So after some combat and placing some stuff, I meet Wrightson again. And about this cutscene, especially this part, it's far the best cutscene in the entire game.
Oh, I pierce the soul and control the mind. I control creatures from beyond our dimension and make them do my bidding.
So after he done talking about his bullshit, I head to the satellite dish where it's been heavily guarded by a soldier, but now, the elite type of soldier got a rocket launcher. So I've cleared the tower from this thing, now to head back, only to be greeted by an elite soldier again that carry a rocket launcher. To the next area where there's nothing much to say besides just shooting and regrouping with Sarah again. After meeting Sarah, we finally meet her sister, and both of them are identical twins. Sarah told to his sister why is she doing this after her parents die and both of them only have each other. Sarah twin then admit that she killed her own parents so she can join Mindgate so both of them can unlock their true Psi power. Yeah, if this sounds really dumb, you're absolutely right. Then Sarah's been captured by Wrightson, now to face against him, and this part really reminds me of that Fallout New Vegas, the moon scientist.
Hello? Great, now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
Anyways, beating him is really easy, just shoot or throw all to his monitor and he's finished.
What are you doing? I'm your god. I brought you here from the ether. I command you. I can see the other side. It's beautiful.
I saved Sarah and now time to find the commander. Okay, this is the last chapter and all the enemy in this area are elite type, and some of them also wield a rocket launcher. Luckily, there's a lot of this heavy boulder that I can use so I can instantly kill them. Of course, an invisible mine all over the place. As I proceed, I meet Barrett. So both of them debating, like Barrett saying, normal people treat Psi-Wielder like shit and we must make them pay! And Skylar throw back at him by saying, nah, they don't deserve it, and I'm a good guy. Yeah, it's really cliche. So Skylar followed Barrett to the top, and when he reached there, he saw both the General and Barrett preparing to unlock the power of the artifact. Then Sarah Evil Twin come and point a gun at Skylar, and shortly get shot by Sarah. So in this scene, Barrett are so powerful, he literally moved the moon to align to the artifact to begin the process. But as soon as Barrett done, the General dropped him so he can have all the power for himself. Now to stop the General, so the first phase I need to destroy this rotating dildo, and once you destroy it, you need to grab the orbs. And once you done that, the second phase, guess how you beat him? Yes, just by throwing the orbs at him. Ah damn, it's a really boring boss fight. Once you beat him, he then gets sucked to this black hole. So Skylar grabbed the artifact and everything is fine, right? Then suddenly a mysterious chopper arrived and Skylar say it's not a friendly chopper. He then TK'd the chopper and to be continued. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, buddy. When you finish the game, there's a couple of challenges that you can try and also some character skin like Sarah Blake Suicide, which is basically an emo version of Sarah. In conclusion, I do recommend you to try this game. It's an okay game and you should give it a shot. There is a few problems they have with this game, which is the combat and the level design. I mean, using the Psi power is really fun, like throwing them, burning them, and mind controlling them, but most of the time, you're gonna use telekinesis and other power are kinda useless, especially nearing the end of the game, where the enemy can counter most of your power, and only telekinesis are effective. About the telekinesis, it's only fun for a moment because all you do is just throwing them around and throw some object at them. The only level where it's really fun to use my telekinesis is at the factory, where I throw my enemy on this heavy machinery and turn them into a hamburger. The reason it's fun because it's a creative kill, it's a fun way to kill your enemy. Other level doesn't have this fun way, well maybe when I throw a scientist into this reactor. Anyway, there is no other level that can give you this kind of unique way to kill your enemy. If each level has those kind of like unique kill, it's gonna be so fun. About the level design, almost all the levels play out the same way, like grabbing the keycard or head to the next area, then you need to backtrack again. This is why, for me, it felt really repetitive and boring. But the worst part about the game is the boss fight. It's dog shit because all of them have almost the same way and method to beat them. Only maybe the genre a bit different, but yeah, it's just the same. The saddest thing is that too bad we won't have another sequel of this game. I do hope in the future that some company will remake or remaster this game, improving everything, especially the fucking gunfight. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the game. Thank you for watching this video, and if you do enjoy my content, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me a lot. Also, sorry if I don't upload more consistently because I'm doing other of my hobby, but this time I'll be more consistent. Anyways, bye bye.